Yup, you read it right. This unknown Catgirl from the isekai is not just underrated, but better than most shonen protagonists in the anime world, and I'll show you how. Shonen is, well, certainly one of the genres out there. Many people love it, many hate it. I myself used to love it, but a few things have happened since then. Boruto happened, to be more specific. And all that made me think about the characteristics that make a classic shonen protagonist and how this Catgirl is actually better than most of them. You may be asking, who the hell is this girl? Well, meet Fran, the almost protagonist of a certain isekai anime called Reincarnated as a Sword. Yeah, I know, it sounds like a generic ass wannabe reincarnated as a slime ripoff, but hear me out, it's not. This anime is about how our dear protagonist gets driven over by a truck and is taken to another world and all that generic stuff I love. But here's the twist, he gets reincarnated as a sword. Amazing. He then realizes he can absorb enemy skills by simply destroying their cores. So he flies, defeats a bunch of monsters, and then ends up stuck in a mana-sucking ground. Well, that sucks. And since he depends on mana to fly, well, he can't get out. Until a bunch of slave owners appeared, and there she was, our adorable Fran, who was one of the slaves at the time. A giant bear attacks everyone, and when our second protagonist is about to meet her end, the sword talks to her. She pulls the sword out and instantly gets all the sword skills for herself. So we kinda have two protagonists, at least in the anime adaptation, Fran and Teacher. This is what she names the sword. Not very creative, right? And Fran wants to evolve to a stronger form of her species because the black cats, which she makes part of, cannot evolve like other species in this world. In fact, evolving was also her parents' dreams, but since they're no longer alive, she decided to take on this dream to honor her parents and live freely, basically. And it's interesting that while she can use most of the sword skills automatically by just holding it, she knows that this power isn't hers. She's nothing without the sword, at least in the beginning. So while being aware of this fact, she does her best to become stronger and learn how to have her own strength. Now that you understand the story better, let's go to the first thing that takes her miles ahead of many shonen protagonists. No screaming. Yeah, you heard me right. There is no protagonist screaming like an animal throughout the series here. Fran is a pretty quiet protagonist, if I should say. I can barely remember any time she screamed actually, and this is already amazing, since many MCs love destroying their vocal cords for some reason. And yeah, I'm talking to you, Asta. I have no idea why so many manga writers are so obsessed with screaming. I really don't get it. And the second reason is that she doesn't simp for anybody. Listen, it's okay if your MC has someone he likes, but what makes me pissed is when the author decides to put a romance interest for the MC, not to develop it. Now I'm talking to you, My Hero Academia. The fact that Midoriya and Uraraka likes each other is just kind of there, you know? And spoiler alert, if you're watching My Hero Academia, they do end up together actually in the manga after some 400 chapters, so our Catgirl here doesn't have any romantic interest for anyone. It's okay if there is romance in a story, I myself love it, just don't keep beating around the bush for too long, for God's sake. Now the next thing is one of the biggest problems in animes in my opinion, understanding that taking lives may be necessary in some situations. And you know damn well what MC comes to mind when we're talking about never killing. Yup, Midoriya. Listen guys, I'm not hating on My Hero Academia, it just fits so well with most criticisms I have, what can I do? Midoriya is Jesus 2.0. The guy wants to be Jesus. I understand that he's a hero, the anime is about superheroes, but a powerful person who fights against extremely strong and evil villains refusing to kill, even when he knows the villain will come back, is just immature. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of this cliche, and Fran is the GOAT in this aspect as well. She has a kind heart, but when she sees someone literally buying all the people, the first thing she asks to the sword is, can I kill him? And last but not least, she's cute. Listen, I'ma be honest, I love cute stuff, alright? I'm tired of pretending, this is just who I am. I mean, look at her, isn't she worthy of being protected? I think so. I don't want no ripped shirtless guy on my screen, I want this. So in a nutshell, Fran doesn't like screaming, she's not a simp, she kills when she has to, and she's cute. Seriously, how could a shonen protagonist be better than her? I don't think they are. This was basically everything I had to say about this topic. I hope you liked my video. As you probably already noticed, I'm not a native English speaker, I'm actually Brazilian, so I'm gonna be making some grammatical mistakes here and there, and there is certainly lots of space for me to improve, but if you enjoyed this video, I hope you can leave a like so I can grow here on YouTube. I hope you don't forget, Fran protects, Fran attacks, Fran is life.